Good night, everyone. This is your boy here, Seven from Barbershop Talk, coming out to St. Lucia. Tonight, I decided to do a live spontaneously in regards to this young lady behind me. For all who don't know, this is Andrea Young. She was 11 years of age and she went missing in Guyana. And a day later, they actually found her body in a swimming pool in a hotel in Guyana called the Double Day Hotel. Now, this story is a very sad story, and it's so shocking and so unreal that it's causing a lot of chaos and mayhem in Guyana right now. There's mass protests and there's a lot of violence, and there's a lot of looting going on in the country right now because of this situation. But it's a very heartbreaking situation, and I want to do my part in sensitizing what has been happening in Guyana right now with this young lady and her family. And it's truly, truly heartbreaking. I don't know if you guys have been following the news, but this young lady went to a resort in Guyana called the Double Day Hotel with her family, with her grandma and a couple of her cousins and siblings. They all went to a hotel to have a fun time, spend quality time with the family. And within an hour of spending time at this resort, this young lady just went missing. And nobody could tell, had any idea where this young lady went. Notifying the management of the hotel, and nobody cared. Nobody just didn't care about the situation at hand, and they didn't care that she was missing. Nobody made any effort to assist the family. So the whole story basically it's full of a lot of lies and deception and corruption. What makes this story so sad and extra? I'm trying to use my words carefully, but what makes this story so hard to digest is that even police officers basically of the Guyana Defense Force is involved in this matter right now, and this is why the country is in such an uproar, in chaos right now. Uproar. I'm trying to find words, people, but it's a bit hard. But the Guyana Police Force is involved heavily in this story, and this is why a lot of people right now are protesting and they're going out to the streets and they're basically fighting for justice for this young lady and her family. Now, I want you guys to picture a scenario where picture a scenario if you and your family went to a resort. Picture any resort in the world, maybe let's say Disney World, and you guys went to Disney World with your children, and then one of your child end up missing, and you went to management, and management is basically giving you no satisfaction as to what they're doing to assist you in finding your child. And police arrive, and police is not giving you any satisfaction in assisting you in finding this child. They're more demanding that you leave the premises and go home. This is what basically transpired in Guyana. All right, so this young lady went missing. Police arrived. The police was not offering any assistance in helping the family find this child. The police basically made up a lie saying that they have footage of this child being in a vehicle and went to another destination, basically making up a whole story to protect this hotel and the family and all the investors in this particular hotel. A day later, they said, according to the reports, like a day later, let's say about 9, within the hours of 9 to 10, the body of this young child appeared. Yeah, hello, Theodore. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so the body of this young child appeared in the pool with no explanation as to how this body appeared in the pool. They did several search in the pool for this child. There's videos of people recording the pool in the night and in the day. You can see right in the pool. You can see right to the bottom of the pool. There was nobody in the pool. And mysteriously, the next day, the young lady body is in the pool. Before the body was discovered in the pool, the police was refusing to allow the father to enter the hotel to search for his daughter. Now, how crazy is that? Imagine you have a missing child and the police is not assisting you. The police are trying to protect the hotel. They're trying to protect the hotel rather than assisting the parents in finding this child. So, because of the action of the police force, and they're trying to cover up something, they're trying to cover up something that transpired at the hotel on behalf of the hotel, rather than assisting the family find this child. So, because of that, the Guyanese people came out, the Guyanese people assisted the family, they stand in protest, they refused to move, the police tried their best to deter the family from staying at the hotel, they tried their best to deter the family from getting into the hotel. So it was just a lot of chaos, it was just a lot of mess on behalf of the Guyanese police force. And the family is in mourning. They were heartbroken about this whole situation. So today they did a post-mortem test and they requested that a specialist come to Guyana and do the post-mortem and to find out the findings of how the child died. And they discovered that the child actually drowned. So the question is now, okay, they're now trying to explain to the family that the family must accept that the child drowned. If that is the case, that the child actually drowned, it doesn't mean that the child drowned in the pool. Because with everything that transpired so far, it is evident that this child was murdered at the hotel and did not drown in the pool. So if she drowned, it means that she had to be drowned somewhere else in the hotel that has access to water, to pool water, and then they find a way to put the body back into the pool. So this is what the results came out. And because of this result now, there's chaos in the city. There's fighting, there's looting, there's police shooting at civilians because they are protesting. So it's very chaotic right now. Everything is going crazy. It's very unsafe to be on the streets right now in Guyana because people are looking for justice. People want justice because they can't believe something like this happened so boldly in the eyes of the public, so blatant. Like, how could you kidnap a child in broad daylight with the families around and then refusing to assist the family, refusing to grant access to the family to search the hotel properly, and then mysteriously the body just showed up in the pool. The body just showed up in the pool mysteriously with no explanation. And then now they're expecting that the family must just take it as the child just drowned. Despite all that has transpired with the police lying, with the police trying to protect the hotel, with the police refusing to assist the family to find this little girl, they're just expecting the family to just leave it as that and just continue life as nothing never happened. Now, all my life growing up in Guyana, I've heard many stories of wealthy people doing rituals where they sacrifice people, they sacrifice children for wealth. Never in my wildest dream I ever thought I would see this played out. I mean, allegedly, allegedly, but the way this happened, it's so crazy. Like, if anybody had brought this story to, if they had tell the world this story without any camera footage, no one would have believed this family. But to see that it played out in front of our eyes, in front of the world to see, and then to see the cover up and the corruption in the police force, to cover up this murder, to just blame it as this child drowned. It's so crazy, it's so unbelievable. But there have always been so many cover up around the world. There's been situations where people are being killed by police officers and people are murdered by other associates, wealthy people. And there's so many cover ups that happen around the world. This wouldn't be the first, this probably wouldn't be the last. But it's just so sad to see and so crazy to see that this happened for the whole world to see. And it's now shaping out like this family is not going to get any justice. But I hope that the family don't stop fighting. I hope that the people don't stop fighting for this family. I think justice needs to be served for this family. I think all the officers, even if this child drowned and they want to deem it as drowned, they need to figure out if this child was murdered, if she was drowned by somebody, if she was murdered by somebody, because the body was not in the pool. The police lied. Why would they lie about this child being in another location or went in a vehicle and went to another location when the body just magically appeared in the pool? So this is a cover up. This is a bold cover up by the police force to protect this family. And as I was stating about the rituals, the spiritual rituals, we've been hearing stories about this for years, but to see this played out in front of us, it actually gave me goosebumps and it made me cry because I have children. I have two daughters, I have two sons, and I can't even begin to imagine what I would have done in this situation. It's very tough, people. And my praises and my praise goes out to the family. And I hope that the nation don't let this slide. I hope the nation keeps fighting and pressing the government. I hope everybody around the world keep this matter alive. Don't let it slip. Don't let it go, because we all saw what happened. We all saw the cover up. We all saw what the police was doing. There is videos. There is videos of where when the officer went up to the step, they showed they show fire coming out of the roof. You understand? They show fire coming out of the roof, and sorry, my kid woke up. So as I was saying, I have a daughter. Here she is, and it's so sad to see a parent lose a child. And I just wanted to play my part in sensitizing this matter so the whole world could know what's about the corruption and the deception about the police force in Guyana and how deeply they are involved in the murder of this young lady. And that cannot go under the rug. I think people need to keep this matter alive. They need to ensure that this family get justice, and we need to uncover what really happened. A thorough investigation needs to be set out to understand what really transpired at the hotel, because we cannot just leave this matter as the child drowned and police was going all out to protect this family. Police was going all out to lie on behalf of this family. So it's more than Andrea just drowned and an 11-year-old girl just drowned just like that. I believe in my heart that this young lady was murdered, and it just goes to show how corrupt our country is, and people need to do what they need to do in order to bring justice for this family. All right. So I just want to do my part in raising awareness of the situation, and I hope that this family gets justice. Okay, so this is Seven here for Barbershop Talk, and I'll do more videos and try to bring more updates as the story progress. All right, good night.